Hey guys, Jessica Caver-Lindholm here. Hopefully you can see me. I'm here in Las Vegas in our gorgeous suite, and I can't wait to connect today. Okay, I think everything's rocking and rolling. Just want to make sure all the Wi-Fi is working well, and as you guys hop on, let me know that you can see me and that you can hear me, because we are rocking it with hotel Wi-Fi today, but it looks like it's strong, so we should be good to go. So as you're hopping on, say hi, let me know who's here. I can't wait to connect with you guys live. I've got a really great, it's not really a training. What we're gonna be doing today is really setting strong intentions for going into this new year. And I'm gonna give you some of my top tools that I use to start a year strong so that I can consistently hit my goals instead of, you know how it can be where you get excited about going into a new year and then the first month pass and you start to fall off the wagon and you're not hitting your goals and it knocks your confidence, and I don't want that to happen to you. So as you hop on, say hi, let's get this party started. I've got some awesome info for you guys today to help you really up level it. And I'm gonna get my coaching call goodness up here so that I can take you guys' calls live as well. You're gonna be able to dial in. You don't need to do that yet. I'm just getting it open on this end because we're gonna do a little bit of an overview first and really setting intentions and giving yourself permission to go big. But let me know, can you guys hear me well? Can you see me well? I usually have a headset on, but I'm leaving it off today so that I can use my computer to do coaching calls. Hey Cassandra, great to see you. Hi Christy, Brittany, good to go. Brooke, oh so fun. Gabby, Nina, Queen, Rebecca, awesome. You can hear me, perfect. Okay guys, let me get my notes up here. I'm also going to bring up my coaching call. Looks like I don't need Facebook now because you guys can all see me, so we're gonna close that out. Okay. Almost got it here. Awesome. Hey Val, hey Audrey, so fun guys. Okay, cool. Well, first things I want to do is just kind of give you an overview of how this call is going to go today. First things first, if you have any distractions or you have a bunch of windows open, close that out. Give yourself the gift of this time and of this space to really focus in your intentions for the new year. One of the things that I love to do is really focus on my core desired feelings and how I want to feel in this new year. And I'm sure no one here wants to feel overwhelmed, busy. To be able to feel that way, we want to get rid of all of this busy work. And a lot of the busy work includes having too many tabs open and too many to-dos on your list. All you need to do right now is be present right here today. Hey Emma, glad you could make it. Okay, so that's first things first. And then what I'm going to do to get us all settled in here, because I know we are from different time zones, from early morning in Australia to it's late in the evening in Germany. We've got a really amazing international community here. So that's one of the first things we're going to do is settle in, create space for this new year. And something that I love to do is create space in your body, create space in your mind. I believe that that creates a vacuum for you to receive what's meant for you in this life, okay? Let me just get my coaching call up here so that for those of you who will be calling in, I want to make sure that you can hear me well, you can see me through this end as well. So today, if you do want to call in, we'll be switching over to that here in just a second. You can see the numbers up above, that 425-440-5100. That's actually the number that you'll call in with when I start taking Q&As here in a second. So let me get my end up as well so it's not keeping you on hold. Make you listen to terrible elevator music. I can sing the elevator music for you guys if you'd prefer. Okay, I'm just gonna call in here. And as I'm calling in, what I'd like for you guys to do, if you already know your desires for this year, start to put those down below, okay? Comment down below, what is your goal or your big desire this year? This is gonna be fun, guys. I can't wait. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Accepted. All guests are currently muted. To unmute all guests, 9.
Okay, guys.
With host options, press *0. You will now be connected with the conference.
All right, so for those of you who have called in, you should be able to hear me on that end as well. If you're watching both, when I actually call over to you, you'll probably want to turn off your Facebook Live because it's going to give you a lot of reverberation between the two. But everyone's muted on that end. I can already see that people have started to call in. So that's great, guys. If you want to get coaching today, use that number and call that 425-440-5100. That will get you called in here. And for you guys who are called in already, if you want to take advantage of coaching today, just press *2 to raise your hand so I can see who all wants to ask a question today. Oh, you guys are awesome. You guys are already raising your hands. So if you want to hop on the call today and ask me questions live, use that number up above. I also think it's pinned down below in the comments, the 425-440-5100. That will get you called in. As soon as you get called in, press *2, not #2, *2 will raise your hand so I can see the order and how many people we have. All right, guys, you're already getting called in and getting ready. So now you guys should be able to hear me on both ends there. We are rocking and rolling. So I'm just gonna go over a couple things and then we're gonna dive into coaching because this is all about you guys creating space for what you desire in this life. So kind of overview for those of you who are just hopping on. I'd love to see so many of you live here. If you have a biz bestie who isn't here yet, comment down below, tag them, pull them in. Let's make this a super interactive, supportive space where we can all come together and really support each other this year. Because here's what I know. You are in one of the prime times to hit your goals in this new year. Okay, guys? You are in this amazing space, and I don't want you to get discouraged. I'm going to show you how to break up your goals so that you can really set yourself up for success this year. So if you know already what you desire to create this year, comment down below. I know many of the lovely women in this community, your goal is to have your first 100K year or to create a 6-figure year. All the amazing ladies over in my group mentorship from emails to clients have been calling it the hashtag 100K year, hashtag 6-figure year. If that's your goal too, comment below, tell me that down below. And actually, I'm going to tell you a quick story. One of my lovely ladies who's actually in ETC, emails to clients, that's what we call it for short, she put a comment in our private group in the last 24 hours about how she was talking to a good friend who's also a coach. And that person mentioned that, you know, well, it takes 18 months to 2 years to really be successful online. And guys, that's not true. That's just a belief system. So here's how my situation looked. Back in 2013, I made $7,000 that entire year, like waiting tables, cleaning houses, wanting my own business, driving all over in my car, personal training people at their own houses and doing like private yoga sessions. And I was just exhausting myself, undercharging. And by the end of that year, I got married that year and it was amazing. It was such a celebratory time. And at the same time, I was like broke and exhausted and had no idea what I was doing with my life. And so coming into January, like I said, this is such a powerful time for us. Coming into January of 2014 is when I made the decision, this isn't working anymore. And that's where each of you are at right now. If something in your life isn't working anymore, you get to make the decision today to change that, to shift that. And I've actually got a list of questions for you to go over here in just a second. That's going to be about giving yourself permission to step up to that next level. How good will you let life get? Because you are capable of creating a 6-figure business this year, even if you're starting with nothing, starting from scratch. That's pretty much where I was at January of 2014, okay? So you're not alone in that. And I came in, I decided I was going to do this by, February, March or so. I created my first opt-in. I was kind of I didn't really know what I was doing. I just knew I wanted to help people. So there, March, April, I started offering a bunch of free sessions. I was very slowly growing my list, but I was growing my list, even with just a couple people here and there. You know how exciting it is when someone's on your list who isn't your mom or your friend. And that's where I was at, beginning of 2014, January, February, March. Beginning of May, I decided it was time for me to hire a coach. It was time for me to hire my first coach and to really step it up to the next level. I think I'd made $100 in my business at that point because I'd sold 2 $50 single sessions. I hired my coach, and that leap of faith alone set the intention and showed life that I was ready to go big, okay? And by doing that, May that year became my first $10,000 month. And in the next 9 months, I easily earned well over 6 figures, well over $100,000. So if your goal in 2018 is to make 100K or more, tell me below. I see it already, guys coming in. Queen is, yes, 100K. Jackie's 100K. Totally. Felicia's definitely 100K or above. What are you committed to creating in 2018, ladies? And if it's not 100K, that's fine. I'm not saying everyone has to earn at the same level, but this is about you choosing, giving yourself permission to go big. Yes, Emma, and thank you so much, Emma, for bringing up that story, because it's so important for everyone to know that you can hit your goals as quickly as you allow yourself to. There is no rule system that says that you can't be successful until blank happens. You can earn six figures 100% this year. That's just over $8,000 a month, guys. How good would it feel to have $8,000 to $10,000 coming in a month, right? So that's what we're going to set you up for today. So what I would like to do is let's just take a quick moment to settle in here, to take some good deep breaths. This is exactly what we do at the beginning of every one of our emails to clients group coaching calls. We do these calls multiple times every month, and the cool thing is, for the women who are in my group mentorship from emails to clients, you get lifetime access to these calls. Uh-oh, what does that mean? I've never heard that noise before. Skype updated itself recently, and it's like a whole new world that I don't understand. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're on. But it's really important to me to create this space, because when you create space, you create space to receive in your life. If your to-do list is topped out, there's no space in your schedule, then you have no space to receive clients or new income. It's one of the things that I see consistently block women who are hustling. I'm honestly not a big fan of hustle. I don't personally use hustle in my own vocabulary. Do I work hard at times? Yeah. Are there times that I'm staying up late or getting up early to write an email to connect with my list or to promote my program? Totally. I don't hustle. It is not my jam. I am about freedom. I'm about creating space. That's why we're here in this gorgeous hotel in Las Vegas, is that you can have it and reach your people and take a stand for the and, right? It makes so much more sense than putting yourself in this space of hustle. So what I want to do real quickly here, for those of you who haven't called in, and yet if you want to get your questions answered, I can already see there's hands up and women who've called in. The number is up at the top, that 425 number. You can just call into that. As soon as you get called in, press *2 to raise your hand, okay guys? And I'll be jumping over to answer these Q&As here in just a second. We're gonna be doing an open coaching call, just like we do in my signature group mentorship, with, by the way, the price in that program goes up by $1,500 next week. So if that's something you're interested in, don't go now. We're gonna have a really great call today, but you can get all the details for that at ToLivingFree.com/emails to clients. That's a group mentorship where I can see so many of my amazing clients who are already part of that program. Jennifer and Felicia and Gabby. Those are the women who are here as well today, because they're the ones who are the go-getters, who are committed to getting results. That's the level of woman that you will be surrounded with in this program, because that's the level of women who are coming together to make 2018 their best year ever. All right, so just some quick deep breathing here, guys, because I know that we're all around the world in time zones, whether you're just getting up or just getting home from work or wherever on the spectrum. Let's take a nice deep breath. You can close your eyes if you feel comfortable, if you're not driving, and just bring in that beautiful white light and that energy that is life. So deep inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth and let it all go. Okay, again, deeply in through the nose. Exhale out of your mouth and let go of anything that's no longer serving you. Okay, one more time, guys. Deep inhale through the nose, and this time as you do so, envision that gorgeous white light filling every single cell in your body. And as you exhale out, this time do a scan of your body and notice, is there anywhere that you're holding on to tension that you can release and soften? Maybe you can soften your brow a little bit. Drop your shoulders, open your heart, allow your heart to be open and connected. By simply doing a couple deep breaths like this, we are all more in alignment now. We will ask better questions, and we are in a space of receiving. Whew, how good does that feel? All right, awesome, guys. Well, let me bring up a couple of things I want to cover so that for those of you who aren't calling in today, still have these really great outlines to follow to set yourself up for 2018. And for those of you who are calling in, I'm going to be hopping over to your questions in just a second here. Okay, one of the first things, so I love gorgeous spas. I love gorgeous spas and gorgeous hotels. There's just something that just lights me up. I love the frequency of it. It's part of the reason that we decided to spend New Year's in this gorgeous space here in Vegas. And I went to their spa last night. And, you know, I think sometimes you guys think that I'm on all the time in terms of like, I'm just walking around in Zen mode, feeling like $1 million all the time. Doesn't always happen, especially this is a little bit of a busier space and a lot of energy, and I can really feel the energy of it. So I have to focus to keep myself in alignment, in tune, and protect my own energy in this space. And so I could feel last night when I went to the sauna that there was a lot of energy around me, and I could feel this tightness and this tension. And so I took a couple deep breaths and I slowed down and I got quiet. I don't know why this thing is making so much noise. I'm gonna mute it. Okay, hopefully it's good. Hopefully you guys can hear me. The message that came to me while in the sauna last night was, how good will you let life get? How good will you let life get? Yeah? Tell me down below, are you ready to let life get really, really good? Okay? Because I think that we stop ourselves at times. We don't allow ourselves to go as big as we deserve. So, how good will you let life get? And the second one I have is, are you giving yourself permission to have your desires? Are you giving yourself permission to have your desires? Yes or no? Because think about it, if your dream, your desire, you're committed in 2018 to creating a six-figure business, have you given yourself permission to actually have a six-figure business? Think about it. What is that going to be like? What is that going to look like? How are you, it doesn't even matter how you're going to work with clients, but how is that going to feel? Because a lot of times it's not that we are stopping ourselves from, it's not that we're stuck in being broke. We're stuck in not allowing ourselves to be rich. When I went from earning $7,000 in a year to earning well over six figures in a year, it wasn't because, let me make sure you guys can still hear me here. It wasn't because suddenly I learned the secret to being rich. I suddenly gave myself permission to be rich. I had to go through all of my fears that I had. So guys, comment below, do you have a fear of being rich? And what is it? I was afraid that everyone would want me to pay for everything all the time. When we go out to eat, all my friends would want me to pay for everything. Hey Layla, good to see you. It cut off on the phone. Brooke, I just unmuted it. I'm guessing it cut off on the phone because I hit mute. I can still see your hand up, Brooke, so you're good to go. Thank you for letting me know though. It said I left the call. Oh no. Oh yeah, it did. Let me call it back in. It's probably the Wi-Fi over here, Brooke, but I can still see you guys. You guys are all good. 425-440-5100. Calling back in. I had to decide to give myself permission to really be wealthy. So what are some of the fears that you have on why you can't be wealthy? Angel, I'm calling back in. You guys are good. I'll jump back over there in just a second. I'm guessing Skype is having just a moment. And if so, I'll get my husband's phone over here so that I can call in. Actually, that would probably work. Here, come for a walk with me, guys. I'm going to go steal my husband's phone. Luke, if you're watching this, I'm coming for you. Do you need your phone? Would you call into the Skype line for me from there so that I don't have to use the computer for it? So this is how, you guys, you run a freedom-filled business while you're on the road. Like, Wi-Fi is what it is, and it's easiest to run good Wi-Fi from the house. We just call in the 425 number as if you're the host for me, and then I'll use your phone to answer questions. Just to the phone. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, guys, so he's getting that ready for me. You can just hand it to me, babe, if that's easiest. And then we're going to get started here. So any fears... Love it, admire your life. Thank you. Guys, you gotta live it real. For the most part, this has always worked, except when I was in Paris, we literally changed hotels once so that I could get my coaching call to work. And it still didn't work, so we rescheduled the call. But not this one. Our phones are fine. This isn't pulling that much off of it. Cool. So he's getting it set up for me, and then you'll just turn that on speaker for me. Perfect. Okay, so for those of you who are on the coaching call, can you just close that back for me? Okay, cool. So guys, I think let's go ahead and start leaning over into doing our coaching here. For those of you who are on the call, can you guys hear me? Brooke, Queen, Angel, I can see you guys are all calling in. Can you guys hear me now that I have a phone right in front of me? And we'll do your guys' questions in this way so that we're all good. All right, guys, so I think we're about ready to get started here. Can you hear me? Yes, Robin can hear me. So for those of you who are just hopping on, if you want to ask me a question today, what you'll do is you'll dial in with the number, the 425 number up above, and you'll press *2 to raise your hand. Queen, I love talking about this comment with you. Yes, I'm afraid to be rich because I think I'm afraid of people to want my money. Exactly, afraid to spend it all, afraid that people will judge me and think I'm a snob. Exactly. This is one of the big fears. Guys, this is one of the biggest things that stops women and stops women entrepreneurs from hitting their income goals. It's not that you don't know your marketing. It's not that you don't know the next steps to take. Maybe you're confused on some of that as well. And that's why I support my clients with all of this in my signature group program from emails to clients. We do the mindset side, but we also do the marketing side. Because I don't care how great your marketing is, if deep down, the belief system is, if I'm rich, I'm not safe, there's no way in hell you're ever going to earn at the level that you desire. So it's so important to release these negative belief systems so that you can finally feel free. Okay? Hey, Deborah, so good to see you. Okay, good. So you guys can hear me again. Awesome. So we went over how good will you let life get? Are you giving yourself permission to have your desires? You need to do a little exploration here and make sure that you are actually allowing yourself to have your desires. If you think that something's not going to work out, or you're going to lose friends, or if you become rich, then you're not going to let yourself do it. So what belief systems are stopping you? Like I mentioned earlier with the story of the person who said you can't hit 6 figures in a year or even 6 months. You need 18 months or 2 years. It's not true. Those belief systems are not serving you. Okay, so we already touched on this one a little bit, but what are your goals for 2018? You guys have been sharing those with me. A lot of you are focused on creating 6 figures in 2018. And this is the perfect time to start doing this. The sooner you start, the easier it's going to be to hit that this year. And I'm committed to helping the women in From Emails to Clients go all the way to 6 figures in this year. And if that's something you guys are interested in and you want personalized support, the price of that program is going up by $1,500 next week, okay? Don't go there now because we're going to do coaching right now, but it's ToLivingFree.com/emails to clients. And the cool thing is when you join that program, you have live coaching calls multiple times every month for life. So it's not just like, oh, good luck, we did kind of good for the first couple months, now you're on your own. You have that consistent support throughout your entire business to really go all the way. Robin, wow, I never thought of being scared, but saying if I'm scared because I won't feel safe, ponder exactly. I literally spent a day and I started going through all the belief systems I have of all the reasons I wanted to allow myself to make money. And then I switched it to what were the beliefs that weren't allowing me to be wealthy? What were my fears of being wealthy? And those were much bigger than my fears of being broke. I'd been broke for a while. Yeah, I didn't want to be that way anymore, but I knew how to do it. Being wealthy was new and scary. So make sure that if you say you want to be rich, that you want to go to 6 figures, that you take some time to release any of the belief systems that aren't allowing you to go to the next level. Oh, your volume isn't working? Hopefully it's okay, Kelly. We're working with a lot of systems here, I guess you would say. Okay, so last piece, and then we're going to jump into the Q&A. So we're talking about what are your goals for 2018. This is a line that I love. Who do you need to become to hit those goals? Many of you have told me that you want a 6-figure business, that you want to create a 6-figure business in 2018. Who do you need to become to create that level of business? What kind of woman do you need to step into? Now, the cool thing is she's already within you. You're already her. It's not like you need to totally transform your life and become a new person. You already are her, but you've got to choose to step into that next level, okay? All right, guys, well, I'm going to jump over to coaching. So we're going to totally open up the lines now. If you want to call in, I can see that there's a lot of people already called in. Dial the number up above, that 425-440-5100, and you can see the PIN code up there as well. It's also pinned down below in the comments. And then press *2 to raise your hand. Once you've raised your hand, when everyone's muted, once I unmute your line, I'll say your name if I can see it, or the last 4 digits of your phone number, and then you're on. I've got you right here on speakerphone. We'll make sure it's turned up all the way so you guys can hear each other, and we'll be ready to go. Yes, I love you guys sharing this. And then who do you have to become in order to hit your goals in 2018? Fearless, confident. I love them here, Jennifer. Open, expansive, free. Love, love, love. You have to become a CEO. Empowered, confident, committed. Yes, this is so good, guys. Confident is a big one I'm seeing coming up. And then ask yourself, what do you need to do to be that woman? Okay? What do you need to do to feel more confident? What do you need to do to feel like you're committed no matter what? What do you need to do to not worry about what everyone else thinks about you anymore? Okay? All right, let's go ahead and get started. So the first caller that I have up, it says your number is out of New York, and it says the number ends in 2896. Let me see if I can unmute you here. Hold on just a second. My whole thing just refreshed. Yay, I was able to unmute you. Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, how you doing? It's Fee.
Hi, is this Fee?
That's me.
Hi, Fee. I'm great. I'm so glad you've joined us today. What's your question?
I just was thinking of doing a 14-day challenge.
Okay.
Eat clean, and it has a twist. It's just dealing with your blood type and all that good stuff.
Okay.
So I want to do it in February. And right now I'm just I actually joined a vegan 20 do it and actually how they run it.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is I don't like to share recipes. There's
Sure.
so many different recipes you can do. I'm a person who I'd rather have people on my team that's gonna go in there and be creative. Like if I say this is this is a vegetable, this is a thing, instead of here giving you a recipe. So what do you kind of think with the challenge? Is the challenge is 14 days too small? Is my idea with the recipes is not a good idea? Like what? Where did I I don't know if I'm doing it right or.
I wouldn't worry too much about doing it right, Fee. I really focus on what do you enjoy. If you don't love doing a bunch of recipes, honestly, I don't love learning about a bunch of recipes, and I'm into this sort of thing too. I'd rather you just give me what you love most. Like, what would you love to teach your people about?
It's about to eat clean. So people who just want to start off and how to eat clean, be consistent with it. It's a consistency, so I want to be consistent. So I'm starting with 14 days, so it's not too much pressure on them. So it's not like 3 months or 1 month, they might fall off.
Yeah.
So I'm getting them to do that consistently and do their own thing. So that's what I like to do, because I'm a person I don't follow recipes either, and I just want to do my own thing. And so thing is that I'm not sure with anyone who's like maybe a mom and have kids, they may say I need a recipe. So
well, I wouldn't worry about that.
That question might come up.
No, yeah, I wouldn't worry about them. If your ideal people don't like recipes, I'm one of them. I cannot tell you the last time I've used a recipe in years. I'm definitely the type that just likes to be more intuitive with it, throw stuff in. You're going to attract people like me to it. And worry about, I think what's getting you is you feel like you need to make this fit for everyone. Don't. You make it fit for your people, and if you love not to do recipes, don't do recipes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine to me. Since I just wanted to have a group where it's like, okay, guys, what you gonna do today? What you gonna make today?
Mm-hmm.
It's more like that. It's not gonna be. It's not that much of a structure at all. It's not so much. Okay, is this gonna be okay? Like
you're gonna want a daily to do or action step or something, but one could be drink more water. Day 2 could be focus on eating more whole foods. Day 3 could be move your body even for 10 minutes. Like, here's one of my favorite workouts, or go for a walk. Like, honestly, if you're helping people be more intuitive with their eating and their exercise and their diet and all of this, simple, small adjustments are going to be easier for them to stick with. I also would consider, see how it feels for you, but I would consider shortening it, because even with my 5-day challenge, by the time I got to 5 days, people were like, whoa, got to slow down, take some time. And it also is going to be easier for you. 14 days might be a lot. I mean, I'm going to be honest, challenges they take some energy. They're so much fun, but they definitely take some energy. So make sure that you're not a 5-day challenge. Do it beginning of February. If you love it, redo it and make it longer and do it end of February or beginning of March, whatever the next month is. How does that feel?
Okay. I was gonna think of charging like $27 for it.
Okay.
But now you say put it for like 5 days. Then I want to make a free charge, and I can't really charge for that. It's like,
no, so I would consider doing a shorter one that's free, and then sell them from the free one into the paid one that maybe is an additional 14 days, where they actually have more support with you.
Okay.
So then they get a taste of it ahead of time, and it makes it much easier to fill programs.
Oh, okay. I see.
Awesome. Great question. I think that probably helped everyone. I'm glad to connect with you, Fee. Happy New Year. I'll mute your line here. All right. Really great question. So guys, Fee's, and I think it's working here, making the Wi-Fi happy. So Fee's main question was all about challenges and how to use a challenge and, you know, the using a mix of free stuff and paid stuff, okay? Because people are going to really love it if you give them something free and high value first so that they can then take advantage of it and learn and get to know you better before they make a decision. Comment below, guys. Could you hear Fee? Could you hear Fee's question? What did you learn from that today? Let me refresh my thing here so I can see who's all calling in. Could you guys hear Fee? Did you like her question? Great question, Fee. Absolutely. What did you guys learn from Fee's question? Share below, because it's really, I mean, it takes a lot of guts to hop on here live in front of everyone, so I'm so impressed with you, Fee, for taking the time to do that. And I'd love to hear, guys, what did you learn from her? Great info on challenges. Okay, perfect. Trying to get my thing to refresh here so we can get back up and unmute the next person. Can't seem to call in. Could you please explain how to actually work backwards? Work backwards from your goals? Absolutely. And Robin, in terms of calling in, it's 425-440-5100, and then the PIN code is up at the top backwards while I'm waiting for this to open up here. Let me try to open another one. And you guys can all send some love and light to the hotel Wi-Fi so that it works easily and well. If actually, let me just see. This is why, just make sure to bring your husband for all work endeavors. I can't see them. And tell me who's up next. I can announce them if you can just tell me who the next person is. Woo! Wi-Fi! Okay, so Robin's question was how to break things up into small bite-sized. Create 6 figures in this next year, then you need to be earning about, what, $83.33 a month. Something like that. So let's say a minimum of $8,500 a month is what you need to be earning. So now, money in my business, now I have to make $8,500 in the next month. I'm going out, guys. Give yourself the opportunity to, questions from Tim Ferriss is, what would this look like if it were easy? So work backwards. What are you going to be selling? How much do you reach that level? Breaking it down bit by bit. So a lot of the ladies in my private Facebook group, in my emails to clients program, what we've been doing is setting specific goals. How much do you want to earn in the next year? What does that break down to per month? How big does your list need to be in order to hit your income goals? Then how many people do you need to be adding to your list a day to be able to do that? So breaking it down into bite size, really the main thing that we want to do is keep it to 1 month at a time to help you succeed. Okay, guys, that's the main focus here. Let me see if I can just turn off this and make sure that you guys can hear me well. Okay, cool. So Luke's pulling up the next caller so that we can go ahead and let me see if I can get it up on my end as well. In the meantime, you guys, you can ask your questions down below and I can answer them here. And then I'm gonna hop back over and we can get you. You got it? Yeah. Okay, cool. Who is my next? Is it Angel? Angel! Angel, are you still on? You're my next caller, lovely.
Oh, yes, I'm
Woo!
Can you hear me?
I can.
I have taken a look at everything that I did last year, and I changed a lot of things.
Okay.
And I have a couple things that I want to do now. So I changed my packages, the time limit, and the prices.
Okay.
So before, all of them were 3 months, I changed it up. So before, the highest package was called the Breakthrough, and I changed that to 6 weeks because of quick results very quickly. So I thought her package.
Okay, awesome.
And then after that, I have the Ultimate Healthy Natural Hair Journey, which I changed that into a 6-month package.
Okay.
Retention, and then I switched around and changed the other package to I don't have a name yet, but it's more like a maintenance package.
Okay.
And that's a 4-month package. So I did it because I wanted to kind of have a stair step for them to really go through.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed after they finished the package, they would either do the package over or they would I started doing the club. So I either have them do the club or the maintenance.
Okay.
But it's kind of a question, but it's kind of just making on track.
Okay.
I just want to double check.
Perfect.
So I have some free resources that I want to do because I want everything to tie in with everything that I'm doing instead of doing extra work.
Yep.
So
Simple and
have,
streamlined.
Yeah. I have 5 reasons your hair is dry and feels rough. And then I have 4 reasons. You have 3 products to stop using to grow your natural hair longer.
Okay.
And then I have why your braid out looks like an afro. So I figured that I could take those resources at the end to schedule a consultation, because that's my biggest thing, trying to get people into scheduling consultations.
Okay.
And then I have 2 webinars. I have Get Healthy Natural Hair in 30 days, and then I have hair, and I figured, I guess that's the question. I didn't know if I should cancel or have them go to like a sales page for one of the other things to go to a consult for the package.
So we've got about 3 main packages for an opt-in offer, and you've got 2 webinar opt-in or webinar ideas as well for topics. And you're like, how on earth do I fit this all together, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So tell me, price point wise, what's your 6? Okay.
The 6 month is $49.97.
Okay.
And then the 4.
And the 6 week is more than the 4 month because there's a lot more going on there. It's instead of like okay.
Yeah, they come every week in the 6 week.
Okay.
And in the 4 month, they once a month.
Okay. Which of these?
It's a mix between the 6 week and the 6 month.
Okay.
Because they do 2 different things. The 6 week is to hurry up and improve the health of their hair, and the 6 month is for the lift retention.
Okay. So the 4 month one ends up being about $250.
I didn't even
somewhere.
yeah. I think it's something like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I'm always looking for what's the simplest and easiest way for you to hit your goals. So to remind me, what would you love to be earning a month?
I want to be making, and I changed that too. I changed it to 10,000.
10,000. Okay. The goal is 10,000. A big purpose for why we're earning $10,000.
Yeah, I'm trying to get out of debt, and
perfect.
And I want to open up.
Perfect. So we've got some clear, specific things we're using the money for. So honestly, you've got so many great ideas right now that it's really going to be about refining it. All of your topics for your webinars and your opt-in offers sound really good. And you know how I am. I will hack at those if I don't think they sound good. So I think they all sound really great. Tell me this. Do we need not a lot, but is the focus on creating more new clients right now or on maintaining current clients?
Well, it's kind of split. The free resources are for the new people, and the webinars I'm thinking is for the new people.
Okay.
I changed the packages so they can, because I would know, they say, well, I like the work, blah, 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 but is there something else that I could do? So I'm like, okay, well, you could either join the club for $10 a month, then come whenever, but then even with that, I noticed that I would either have to call them back. So that's why I did the maintenance thing to where they could still keep up. And it's it's not really not lower end.
Are your ideal clients the one? No, but I guess more so, did you create the maintenance program specifically for people who aren't willing to pay your rates that you feel like you have to take care of?
No.
Okay.
I think I made it more so to make sure that they could keep up with, like, if they wanted to start doing their hair themselves, because some people like to do that too.
Why don't you just charge a monthly? Like, instead of that could even be a smaller, easy one. It's like, it's $250 a month. You get part of the maintenance club. You have to give, maybe a 30 or 60 day notice to be able to cancel. The only thing is with these 3 programs, I'm trying to make sure they all feel different enough to really serve your people. And if, just because the price point of the 6 week and the 4 month and a 6 month. There's a lot of different pieces going on here, and I want it to be easy for you. I would say you pick like the top 2 opt-ins that your people would be most excited about, and let's start testing those 2 opt-ins right now and see how those convert. Once we get those going and we're testing those and using those to bring in free calls for your programs, then we can put on a webinar once a month at the moment and we can always increase that as well. You could go up to 2 webinars a month if we want to, but you definitely don't need all of these opt-in offers and all of these webinars going at once. And I would really focus on like all roads lead to Rome right now. All roads go to getting on a consultation with you, a free consultation with you. And during that consultation, you act like the hair doctor basically, and you prescribe to them which package is going to be best for them.
Okay.
How does that feel?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then I think definitely we've got your 6-week program and your 6-month program. It seems like it really holds its own space. But as long as you're staying really connected to how do you love to work and making sure that your packages make sense with your income goals, but also make sense with your desire. Any other questions with that? Your opt-in offer sounded great. I would always survey your people too. And then use that as your first couple opt-in offers, because you do need 2 going. We will overwhelm you.
Well, right. No, I don't want to do that. I was kind of thinking maybe, depending on how they did, like every couple months. So maybe all of those would be good for the whole year, depending on just how they work out.
Exactly.
You know what?
Sure.
Right, because I'm like, I'm trying to map out the whole year.
Yep.
With the webinars, I was thinking to have them automated, like somehow in a sequence.
Yep.
Tied into the free resources because they all relate to each other.
Totally. Totally. Yep. We can go over all of that for sure. What I would do is set it up to go live once. Angel is already in my group mentorship from emails to clients. So Angel, what I would do is go get the module. It's not even a module, actually, the swipe file about the emails to use to market your webinar. And on the front page of that, it talks about how far out you need to be marketing that webinar. So I would plan one of those webinars in like the next month for either January or early February. Okay. And then what we can do after that is hop on our coaching call and let's break down the entire structure of how you're going to take these webinars and turn them evergreen so that you can create a whole funnel of this. And actually, it was 2 calls back. I went through with Christy, one of my other group mentorship clients, exactly how to do what you're asking here on how to use your opt-in versus your webinars. So you might listen to that as well. But I would start here with, let's pick 1 opt-in, 1 webinar, and get those set up and really working in the next month to bring in some coaching call or some strategy calls with potential clients. And then from there, let's hop on a next coaching call and let's break down your exact structure and strategy so you can make all of this evergreen. Because I know you have a new baby coming.
Right.
Gotta get ready. That's when you automate for sure. Awesome. Really great questions, Angel. And you're so welcome. I'll mute your line here. All right, guys, what did you learn from Angel? What did you learn from her takeaway, what she shared? She had a lot of great options there in terms of opt-in offers and webinars. She's really thought through this all. And that's the incredible part, guys. This is exactly what we do in From Emails to Clients. Is you've got the structure and the trainings and the programs to help you break down exactly how you're going to grow your list this year, exactly what you're offering. What to do is you can see that we're doing those 2mm adjustments throughout the entire, her goals for the year, what she wants to be earning, her packages. She's got the first step now. She's got the first step. She knows what she's doing in the next week or so. And then what we'll do is she's got another coaching call next week because my emails to clients, ladies, have regular live coaching calls with me. We'll get back on the call then and I'll either review her opt-in page. We'll make adjustments. We'll see what's working. What could we do better? And keep working together until she hits her goals. That's what's different about this program. If it's something you guys are interested in, the price increases next week by $1,500. You can get all the details at ToLivingFree.com/emails to clients. Awesome, guys. What did you learn here? Anything? Yeah, Nikki, you might be getting some buffering because of the Wi-Fi here, but it should be all good. The replay should be working really well. And if you guys want to, you can definitely call in. I'm going to hop over to the next caller now. Looks like next up I have a caller whose number ends in 5624. What's your name and what's your question?
Hello?
Hi. Hi.
Hi. Hi, this is Queen.
Hi.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Queen. I'm so excited you joined us. I just saw your comment here, too. Yes, have a reason for the money.
Oh, thank you.
What question?
I think that is actually my question. I know
Okay.
that's a random one, but yeah, I honestly I know that I once heard that you should think of what you want the money for, because if not, you can block it from coming to you. And I've always just thought, like, I don't really know, like, if I did hit 10K, what would I do with it? I mean, I know I could, like, go shopping, and I could pay bills, and I could travel a little bit or something, but I honestly don't know what would you do when you have, like, 10K compared to having hundreds of pounds or, you know, a couple of thousand or something like that. Like, what's the difference? And how do you map out that plan?
That's a really great question, Queen, and I think it's a really important one for all of us to discuss here. What do you actually do for all of us who are wanting to have these 100K months? What do I do with $8,000 a month or $10,000 a month or whatever it is that's coming in? And honestly, this can be a really fun space to be in, just to play a little bit with it. And so what I love to do is write out your budget base, or your baseline budget, and your ideal budget. So your baseline budget is, what do you need a month for rent or mortgage or wherever it is you're living? What do you need a month to eat, to pay your basic bills, to cover basic expenses? And then what I would invite you to do is then, you know, do a meditation, go for a walk, allow yourself to step into a space of dreaming, daydreaming, allowing life to open up a little bit more for you. And ask yourself, if you could have, do, or be anything, what would that look like?
Yeah.
And start writing that down and go through each area of your life. So if you could live anywhere, Queen, where would you love to live?
I would love to live in
You'd love to live in where?
LA, Los Angeles.
In LA. Okay, perfect. Where would you like to live in LA? And then this might be where you get to...
Like a pen suite or something.
Yeah. So I would start doing some research with it. So start looking at, okay, I would love to live in LA. You currently live in London, right, Queen?
Yeah.
Okay, so you currently live in London. What would it cost to move to LA? Where would you like to live in LA? Where would you like to live in terms of apartment, or you said a penthouse? Okay, awesome. Which part of town would you like to live in? So start mapping out exactly what that costs. And do this for each area of your life. What would you love to wear on a daily basis? Where would you like to vacation? Not just like, I'd like to travel more. Guys, I'd like to travel more does not create more money, does not attract more money. I want to travel to Bali, and I want to stay at the Four Seasons, and I want to stay in the such and such suite, and I've been wanting to eat at this incredible place. And you write down your travel budget. Actually, guys, so literally this gold binder that I have here, for those of you who are on Facebook Live, inside of it, I have my ideal travel budget for the trip that I'm on right now. So I went through and said, where would I like to stay? What do I want to eat? Is there any shopping that I want to do while I'm on this trip? So before I left on this trip, I knew exactly what I was estimating budget-wise for this trip. So then as an entrepreneur, I can say, okay, well, I'm going to create this amount of money specifically for this trip. And so it gives you a real purpose for the money that you're earning. What also this does that's really powerful, Queen, is there's gonna be times, as you know, where business isn't always easy, where you're gonna have to do something different to keep moving yourself up. Now, there's times where we want to give up. But if you know that you've already picked out your penthouse in LA and you're so ready, you've got it on your vision board, you look at it daily, you're going to take the extra step and push yourself out of your comfort zone to make it happen, because you're not just using that money to pay off bills, you're using it to really create your dream life.
Oh, okay, wow. Sounds exciting. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds really exciting.
So that's what we're doing here, guys, is this is the formula to hit your goals. This is a formula to hit your goals in 2018. Get clear on what your baseline budget is so that you know what you need to be coming in a month. I'm a big fan of being intimate with your finances, not just oh, the money will come. No, guys, we can be smart businesswomen and manifestors at the same time. So you're going to get clear on what your ideal budget is. And then you're going to come to me and say, okay, Jess, I need to be making $8,942 a month for my dream budget. And I love it when you get specific like that, because that means you've taken the time to get clear on what you actually desire. Then from there, as your coach, because Queen's already in from emails to clients as well, you and I will look at your business and say, okay, what makes the most sense? What feels the best? What's the easiest way for you to be making $8,942 a month? And we'll create a plan and the packages and the marketing so that I want to see you moving to LA by, when would you love to move to LA by?
I'd love to move there in the next 6 months.
Okay, perfect. So in the next 6 months, Queen is moving to LA. So right now she's getting her business situated. She's getting everything orderly, so she's ready to move. I'm guessing you might want to hire some packers to set up to pack up all of your stuff and get it shipped over. What would be the easiest way for you to do this move? Maybe you want a beautiful first class seat to fly from London to LA. It's going to be a long flight. Why not do it in luxury and enjoy it a little bit? So this is where you get to really map out your desires, and then we'll come together and create a game plan for your business and your marketing to help you hit those. How does that sound?
Like amazing, and just like it's quite scary as well, because it's like you have all these dreams, but then when you start seeing the plan mapped out, like visually start visualizing then you start thinking, oh my god, this can actually really happen.
Yes.
Really soon, So yeah, it's really, I'm gonna definitely go through that plan and map it all out so I can actually
do it. So you can move to LA in 6 months.
Yeah, because I think I just used to think, okay, how can I jump, like, when I look at my finances now, and then I think, if I do start receiving 10K and whatever, or 8K, I was just thinking, well, what would I actually do with it,
Exactly.
The most I've probably the most I've ever had in 1 month is probably just over 3,500, and so I wouldn't have a clue what to do after that.
But now you do.
I do pay the money. I do now, I do.
And that's the difference, because otherwise, here's what would happen. We could create a plan for you to hit 10K or to hit 6 figures, Queen, but there's not going to be enough energy there for you to really push through or stick with it on those times where it is a little scary or you're going to have to stretch outside of your comfort zone. If you are already in a space of like, I've already picked out my penthouse in LA, I know the color of the carpet, the view of the ocean, like when it comes to making that sales call, or when it comes to really stepping into your confidence and supporting your clients and booking clients, you are going to be so much more powerful, because you're going to be making decisions from the space of the woman who already has that level of success. And that's the space that I ask each of you to step into. That's where you can have these quantum leaps or these huge shifts in a really short amount of time. And here's the interesting thing, guys. Once you start doing this, Queen, and you start daily visualizing yourself in your space, daily visualizing, the flight over to LA, and they bring you a glass of wine, and maybe you're reading your book or watching a movie, and you're so in that experience already that it's not even a question of if it's going to happen. It's as if it's already happened. So that is the space that we want to bring you in. And I will tell you, there's one little letdown of this, and I don't know if it's really a letdown, but the letdown is you will be in such a space already of this has already happened, that when it does happen, and it will, you'll be like, of course it is. I've already seen it happening for myself for however long, a week, a month, whatever it takes. But your job is to bring you to yourself to the space already, as if it's already happened, as if it's already going down. You've got it in your calendar. You're getting all the preparation ready. The money's already here. That's your job.
Yeah, because I'll just tell you one thing quickly. There was a time when I was trying to manifest winning a place in this competition to go to Disneyland, and I had everything on my wall. And like you said, I would visualize it, and I saw myself at Disneyland, and everything was just, and then when I finally did go, I didn't actually know that the picture I had on my wall was the character I wanted to dress up as well, because I had this party, and and my friend was like, why don't you go Princess Tiana or whatever her name is, and I was like, okay, who's that? And then I found out that was on my wall, and I ended up buying this town, and it was like everything out of my world happened. And
Exactly.
like you said, I didn't like see it as, oh,
if I win.
this is amazing.
It wasn't if I win. It was
Yeah.
I'm winning, and I already have the vision here. So, Queen, you already have evidence that this works.
Yeah, but I haven't done it with money, so yeah.
Yeah, do it with money. It works exactly the same.
Yeah.
It works with hotel rooms. It works with relationships. It works with business opportunities, clients. Let it be easy. Awesome, lovely. Well, I'm going to jump over to the next caller, but great question. You're so welcome.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, guys, tell me in the comments below, what did you learn from Queen's question? So she had a really great question about money, about shifting and stepping into that space of feeling wealthier. What did you guys learn from Queen? And while you get that going, I'm going to have a little green juice. Okay, tell me, you guys, in the comments below, what did you learn from Queen's question? Because it takes a lot of boldness to call in front of all of these amazing people. So let's give her some love. Let's give her a high five. Tell her great job, because that was bold to call in. And what did you learn from her? Maria says she learned ways to improve money mindset and motivation to earn. Definitely. Definitely. Living the 100K woman now. For sure. You've got to be it now, guys. I can tell you 100%, it's never been that the case. It's always been, I fully and the money showed up. I mean, and here it is for me, guys. This was a kind of scary goal for me even, is that I'm committed to taking ToLivingFree to be its own 7-figure brand and business this year. And with ease. I am not hustling, guys. We're doing this with ease, with grace, and being of great service. I am committed to impacting millions, earning millions, living luxuriously, and giving back generously. And those pieces don't just show up and then I start acting that way. I start acting that way and start embodying that, and the results will follow 100%. I'm about to hop over to the next question. So Brooke, if you're watching, hold on 1 minute. I'll mute your line, but you're next. Not having a purpose for the money doesn't allow for spaciousness. No, and it's not that every dollar has to be calculated all the time, but if you're just earning money to pay bills and kind of get by, there's nothing inspiring about that that's going to help you get to the next level of yourself. Give yourself something bigger. Allow yourself to go to the next level. Allow yourself to hire the personal assistant or to walk through the beautiful shops. And maybe it's just to upgrade your workout gear. It doesn't always have to be buying a Chanel bag, but hold on just a second. I want to make 6 digits annually because I want to get out of the field. My Facebook Live keep work with a clear specific purpose for it. Love it. See it. Yep. Honestly, it's like I'm living with the work but not the money. Yeah. If living for just to work, living with the work as if you're successful, but not living like you already have the money. Live like you already have the money. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and hop over to the next one. Thank you, Jessica. This was really helpful. I'm becoming before the results for sure. Perfect. Alrighty, next up I have gorgeous Brooke. Let me get you unmuted here, Brooke. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Welcome, Brooke. What's your question today?
Hi. I'm so excited to be here because I had to jump off the call last night because I was still in the family. So
Yeah.
Okay. So I know you kind of know what's going on, and so I had kind of some soul searching the past few weeks, and I was like, okay, there's no reason why I can't just go full time.
You know how I feel about that, Brooke.
Make that happen. I know. So my question is, all today is exercises or anything to do, because, okay, here's the thing. If you ask me if I'm committed, I'm like, of course I am. Like, of course I am.
Yeah.
This is what I want to do. This is what I'm meant to do. Like, this is what I'm called to do. Like, you just keep going in the direction of course, this is happening. But in the back of my head, I have these thoughts of, okay, well, if this doesn't quite work out, then I guess I could find another job. Or maybe I should just look at any jobs just to see, like, what might be available. Just
Why? No. Stop it.
Open, and it's driving me nuts.
I know Brooke already, guys, so I'm allowed to go further. I'm not just like, who is this lady? I don't know. No, don't look for jobs, Brooke. No, you know Brooke. Brooke's amazing. Brooke's in from emails to clients as well. She is a rock star coach. She was working with high-paying clients and rocking it out. There is no, okay, here's the deal. There's more than enough money in this world, and there's more than enough jobs, plus ability for you to create wealth in so many different ways. Why would you go prepare for it right now? Like, if for some reason down the road you find that you'd like an additional income stream, not that you, quote, need a job, you find you'd like an additional income stream. You saw how easy it was the other day when you decided to look up for a couple extra jobs. There was like 3 people you could immediately apply for to work with. So why not leave that for then?
Yeah.
So for instance, when I decided to go full-time, I was working in an office, answering phones at an opera company, and I did not want to be there at all because there was a room with no windows, and you guys can see just from where I am right now, I like my sun and I like my windows. Literally I was selling $5,000, I was selling $5,000 coaching packages. No, I wasn't. I was offering $5,000 coaching packages. I hadn't sold any yet. So that job was covering my business expenses at that time. As soon as I sold one package, I put in my notice because I was like, if I sell one of these like 4 times a year, I earn double what I earned last year. So you can always go get a job if you need it, but do you need the additional income right now?
So that's the thing. Is,
Okay.
To live my expenses, no. But to pay for the things I had agreed to pay for, I don't need another job. No. I mean, ideally, I could just. My goal is really if I have 2 new clients this month, and that's it, and I have the entire month to figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
If I have 2 new clients, then I will feel fine for the next 4 months. So that's saying that things will just stop there. And that doesn't sound like a big deal to me, but I keep having these, like, I think it's like, I also, I don't know, I think like being alone sometimes, I just want someone to tell me that they, like, believe in me. Like, it's like, I believe in myself, like, I know I can do this, but it's like, I feel like I'm desiring someone to tell me that they believe in me too and that this is completely possible, because there's no reason why this isn't possible. Like, there's no reason. There's all this evidence. I also just signed a brand new client while I was at home.
Congratulations.
And one of my clients actually re-signed with me.
Congratulations.
I know, so it's super exciting.
This isn't about the logistics of it, though. There's something else that's going on that's deeper, that's under the... So it's either... Is there any fear at all if this works? Like, if you go full-time, is there anything that you're afraid that's going to happen if you're a full-time coach?
I think the biggest fear is not moving forward and moving backwards.
Okay.
And getting myself into this place of where, again, I can't afford, getting myself in this place where I can't afford my rent again. Getting to this place where I can't afford to eat. Like, I don't ever want to go back to that point
No, exactly.
in my life. And so I think that there's this people are like, okay, like, I want to shout the rooftop. I want to be like, okay, I'm making a decision. It's my decision.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it wasn't necessarily the way that I had thought everything would go. But
have you done any releasing around those old, your previous money experiences? Like you said, having times where you couldn't pay rent or you couldn't pay for food, and you know deeply what that felt like, and that was painful to you, and that still is existing in your body and in your emotional memory somewhere. Have you done any releasing with that?
I don't know what you suggest to do. The only thing I've done is, write a forgiveness list and, kind of do the Ho'oponopono ritual.
Okay.
With that. But maybe I need to do it again. Maybe it didn't really fully work. It's, rationally, in my conscious brain, is like, well, this is dumb. Like, that's stupid.
Totally. No, it's not rational.
It's silly.
But that's how most people are. It's not... Most of the stuff that drives us in our lives and our businesses, that often drives us in a negative way, was something that served us at one point. So there was a point in your life where you couldn't pay for rent and you couldn't pay for food. And so what you had to do and who you had to become at that point was a lot of hustle. You had to look for the next job. You had to have things planned out and always be ready. And now that time of there's not enough has passed. However, whatever age you were at or whoever you were at that point is still living within you and making decisions in your business right now. What I would like to invite you to do is even just, I see you, look at that. Don't judge it. Whoever you needed to be at that moment to move you to that next level, don't judge that. Look at that woman. How old were you when you went through that situation?
That was just earlier last year.
Okay.
Like, it was just like this time last year.
Okay,
Like,
so
it was,
a year
it was
ago.
not that long ago.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So, one, look at what you've created in a year. In a year.
Yeah,
By
I know.
still carrying this belief system with you. Can you imagine what's going to be possible
Right.
as soon as we let her go? And not let her go like she's gone forever, but she doesn't need to drive the car anymore.
It can be gone. It can go away. I'm okay with that.
So one of my favorite sayings is the idea of I
Yeah.
see you, thank you, and I release you. And not just zooming past it, but literally think about, you might even grab a mirror and look in the mirror and look into your eyes and know that the woman that you're seeing right there in the mirror is someone that you actually you deeply experienced a year ago. And look in her eyes and let whatever emotion come up that comes up and tell her, and thank you for everything that you did for me during that time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I've got it under control now. We've got rent, we've got food on the table. I've got this under control. So thank you, and I release you. And it may be something that you even need to do, I don't want to say daily, because I don't want you to create something don't create an attachment that isn't there. But if you find her creeping back in, or you find that fear creeping back in, take a couple deep breaths, go and let her know, thank you. I see you, thank you, I release you. And kind of release that side of you, because what's happening is because you went through something that was somewhat traumatic for you, that it has kept you in a space of living life like an emergency. You are not going back. And the way I know that is because you have made the decision. I will never go backwards. I am moving forward. I am moving upward. I am impacting lives. There's no chance of you going back. And if for some reason things shift financially, you have the power within yourself to create multiple income streams. Because you're an online entrepreneur, you have multiple skills, you could bring on an extra job. But we're not going to focus on that right now. What we're going to focus on right now is whatever your goal is for this year, and you stepping into the space now of that woman. But you can't do that until you look at the other one and let her go.
Right. Yeah. No, I'll work on that too. I wrote out a brand new schedule, how my week will look, and I'm gonna start volunteering with a shelter again to help just hang out with animals and help use them do laundry and stuff. I used to do that back home all the time, and I was looking up thinking of all these things that I could actually do now and actually live the life that I want to live. Because there's no reason why this can't happen. I think for me, I get myself tripped up because then I'm okay, well, how do I get people on the phone? And then I'm well, that's a silly question. I feel
yeah, you know.
part of me is well, of course I know how to do that, but I feel I trip myself up, and then I'm wait, do I actually know how to do this? How do I tell someone else to do that? And I just get all around. I think it's all because of this one belief system.
Exactly.
That's causing me to trip myself up and not feel as bold about things as I usually am, because that's just
how
my personality
good.
is very bold and
How good will you let life
you know?
get? How good will you let life get?
Great. I mean, my goal. I want to go see the tulip farm. I want to go see the tulips blooming in April. That is what I want to go do.
Well, don't want it, do it. Have you mapped it out? Have you mapped out how you're traveling and where you're going and where you're going to stay, and start to get that mapped out? Not if, when.
I need to do that. I think it's just the fear of oh, what if it doesn't actually happen? It's it's just I keep going back and forth. It's just
Exactly. Stop. Brooke, make a decision. Why are you afraid to just make the decision that you're going full time, you're going to see the tulips, and you're going to hit your income goals this year?
Yeah.
No, I'm sure there is some. Is there anything that's scary about making that decision?
The biggest thing that's scary about it is not that I have belief that it can happen, but it's the okay. What if I have a month where it just goes back to the same thing? It goes back to what if it doesn't actually work out?
Exactly. And what if it doesn't?
When I was in my
What if you have a month that you go back? 1 month. You have 1 month where you didn't hit 10K. What happens? Freaking nothing. And you pick it up and you go forward because you're an entrepreneur and you're a smart woman.
Right.
It's this pressure that you are never allowed to move anywhere but forward. And the deal is there is no forward or backward. in the first place. You're alive. You are alive. You've built a business. You're changing lives. There is no forward or backward. There's going to be times where you make $20,000 and then the next month you make $15,000. I mean, for instance, as someone who came off of last year with consistent 40K months in income rolling in, it was amazing, yay. And then coming into this year and realizing that the way that I had been making money was not something I personally even really wanted to do anymore and couldn't bring myself back into alignment with. So it was literally like taking my business and like turning off the money. Now, I probably did have a bit of freak out for a minute, because what do you do when you're like, hey, 90% of my income has come from this thing I'm not doing anymore? You freak out for a minute. It's okay. We can all go there for a minute.
Right.
But it was the greatest gift in my business, because what it led me to do in 2017 was step into the businesswoman and the business model that I had been dreaming about for 3 years. So do not read too deeply into the meaning of something. If you have a month where things shift a little bit, or maybe clients don't come in the way that they did the month before, it doesn't mean that you're a failure. It's an invitation for you to look at what's the meaning of it for you. Where can you shift? How can you step up in a new level? And when you'll stop reading into it defining you as successful or not successful, then you'll be free.
Right. So is there any other exercises that you suggest doing besides like kind of just being aware and saying like, you know, I see like I release you, like kind of, is there anything else that you would suggest just to kind of move this process along?
It's less of an exercise that you need and more of a decision. You need to make the decision that even though it's scary as hell, that you are a full-time successful coach who's going all the way to the top, and nothing is going to come between you and that. And then moment to moment, if necessary, you have to continue to make that decision and act like that woman now.
Right. Okay.
Like no exercises even, because I think sometimes journaling and exercises are your safe space, and I'm inviting you to just make the decision.
Yeah, I think I need to post about it in a few places and just like put it out in the world and just own up to it.
Yes.
And just put my big girl panties on and run.
All right, guys, everyone here is holding you accountable. Anita says that she has the same thoughts, Brooke. You're not alone. You've got this entire community.
Awesome. Send me some love.
So you've got this entire community, and we are all holding Brooke accountable as a woman who's already consistently booking clients, that she is going full-time. She is snipping the safety net and stepping out into the world, because this is your year, Brooke.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
Deal.
So have you made the decision?
It's like an exciting throw-up, though. So, like, it has to be so, and of course it's going to happen. Like, the word that keeps popping up for me is of course. Like, well, of course that happens to me. Of course this happens to me, because why wouldn't it happen? So, there's no reason, and of course this is going to work out exactly as planned, and it's going to be amazing. And,
All right. So you literally, there are just like cheering coming in for you. Kimberly says, you've got this, Brooke. Jasmine, Nikki, Gabby. You have this entire community behind you. And what you don't realize is by you making the decision for yourself, yes, you're going to change your life. But look how many women you're inspiring just on this call right now. And so I would love to hear you say, and I'm sure they'd love to hear you say as well, that you've made the decision.
Yeah, just talking about it has been so helpful, because it's been like battling my brain for like days now.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, I mean, I'm all in, and I love like knowing that people have my have your back, you know, and like there's like I have like the belief.
Yes.
You like it through other people, because I know this can happen. I know this is what I'm meant to do. So, full time it is.
Full time it is. So Brooke is saying what? I, Brooke, have made the decision to
go full time in my business and run full speed ahead.
Whoa! And you know how much time you have now to do that? Because one, you're full time, so you're not working for anyone else. You have all this time to get to enjoy this experience. And guess what? You also have a ton of time to now enjoy this, because your brain isn't going back and forth or looking for other jobs. You are all in.
Right.
You've got it.
Yeah.
You've got it.
Okay.
That decision
Thank
alone.
You so much.
You are so welcome. I am so happy for you. And I can't wait to continue working with you this year and see the incredible woman that you're stepping into being and the incredible business that you're creating, Brooke.
Thank you. I'm excited.
Yay. I'll meet your line here. Great question. All right, guys, let's give Brooke a little love down in the comments. Looks like a lot of it's already coming in. Jasmine says, we're all in with you, Brooke. Guys, so often it's just a decision. It's just a decision. And once you make the decision to go big and you take the steps to start acting like the woman who's going to the next level, and you put yourself into a situation where you can get the coaching and you can be surrounded by the community just like we are today, makes a huge difference, guys. You heard Brooke say that for days she's been going back and forth and back and forth. Think how much time and energy that's eaten up. And she could have kept going forward in that way, but she was bold enough and strong enough to get on this call today and to ask for support. That's what's coaching does. That's what community does, guys. That's what this is all about. Brooke's already part of From Emails to Clients, so I get to work with her now for the next year through all of 2018 and get to see her really hit her goals. That's what this is about, guys. If you are craving this level of support on a continual basis, we've got multiple live coaching calls every month. For life. You get lifetime access to this. It is like an insane value. And the price is going up by $1,500 next week. So if you guys want to join us, go to ToLivingFree.com/emails to clients, ToLivingFree.com/emails to clients, and you can get access right now before the price increases by $1,500 next week. There's an amazing extended payment plan to make it even easier. And if you have any questions at all, you can comment down below. I'm happy to answer any questions on this call. All right, we've got a few more callers who have called in. So we're going to keep it rocking and rolling here. Thank you guys for supporting Brooke. And Brooke, I cannot wait to see the impact that you're going to have on so many lives by making the decision that you deserve to go big and to really step it up and be a full-time coach. Way to go, lady. Alrighty, my next caller has a number that ends in 8160. 8160. If you can hear me, what's your... Hi! What's your name?
Hi, Jessica. Maria.
Hi, Maria. I'm so glad you're joining us. Where are you joining from?
Indiana.
Indiana. Welcome, welcome. Well, tell me a little bit about yourself and what your question is today.
I've learned a lot by being on here.
Awesome.
And when I was giving thoughts to my questions earlier was what direction I wanted to go first.
Okay.
I started a website halfway through the year last year.
Okay.
And my original intent was to have share the journey of like raising my own food and encouraging other people to do that as a healthier option to what you find in the stores. And it's slowly getting started. I'd like to have some automated income.
Yeah.
And I'm learning, the technical stuff.
For sure.
Goes along with all of that.
There can be lots of pieces in the beginning,
like
I
right
understand.
Now, looking at, like, what direction, like, what program to offer.
Okay.
What to create first.
So...
I have a lot of knowledge.
I would say my favorite question to ask, no, this is great. My favorite question to ask is, what is the problem that you can help people solve or you could help your ideal client solve that they already know they have? So what's
I'm not sure what that problem is.
Okay. Why do you want to help people be able to grow their own food and be, I guess, more sustainable? Like, what's your main goal with that?
I guess it's close to my heart to be able to do that. Like, it's important to me to be able to grow my own food and be sustainable.
Okay. Tell me more. Why?
And why? Maybe I don't entirely trust, and not to be, like, way crazy, but I don't entirely trust that our system that's in place will always be in place.
Okay.
Being able to know that I can take care of myself.
Okay. So to be independent, to be able to take care of yourself, I'm sure it's a great way to save yourself versus supporting maybe businesses you don't believe in as much with their products and whatever they might put in their products.
Yeah. and
Go
I'm
ahead.
not thrilled with like the options that are in the stores.
Definitely.
Like a lot of them have ingredients that I don't even know what that name means.
Definitely.
And a lot of the foods now say right on the box it's been genetically modified.
Mm-hmm.
I have been on insulin for about 20 years.
Okay.
And more recently, my adrenal glands aren't functioning 100%.
Okay.
I don't know exactly what the food system that's in place in the U.S. has contributed to that. Maybe
Sure.
it hasn't had anything to do with it, but there's an increase of people that take insulin, like I think something like a third of the population.
Definitely.
Now.
Definitely. No, I hear you for sure. Our food is so refined, and it's so rare to find real food in our food. So I hear you on that 100%.
Yeah,
It's something I'm very passionate about.
When you do find real food, a lot of times it's from another country, and even if it was grown organically, they have to do things to it to get it into supermarkets.
Mm-hmm. So I guess, I don't think it's so much about us figuring out like what program you might offer today, because this is probably going to be a bit of a process, and not a process like it's going to take a long time and it's going to be hard. I don't mean that at all, Maria, but more so figuring out how you really love to work with this, because just because we love something doesn't mean it needs to be a business, or maybe there is a side of this that you are really passionate about being part of your business. And it could be anything from, a whole spectrum of health coaching to literally you could be working on helping people go off the grid. The tiny house movement has become huge. Like, we lived in an RV for a bit. My family actually farms and ranches in eastern Colorado in the middle of nowhere, so I'm very used to what it looks like to grow and create your own food and can and all of that system. And I think that our society is craving simplicity more than ever. In the last year, I've seen so many more people come to me who wanted to start a organization business or a simplifying business or helping people streamline their lives and get their time back. There's such a need for this, and we're so hungry for it right now. So I think that there's a lot of really great options in terms of directions to go in your business. There's going to be a couple things that needs to happen. One is doing some exploration so that you discover what turns you on in life and business, and a lot you could go. The other piece of it is it'd be really helpful to speak to people. If you could set up any sort of free calls, whether it's with friends in the community, whether it's with women who are on this Facebook Live or on this coaching call today, and just here's something that I love to do is you could grab a piece of paper and write out a minimum of 10 questions that you would love to ask people about sustainable eating or growing your own food or being healthier or going off the grid or some version of this, and minimum of 10. If you can get closer to 50 questions, it's even better. And this would be 50 questions that you would, because to make yourself ask that many, you have to really distill it down, because in the beginning they're going to be easy, the first couple, and then you're going to have to start thinking about it a little bit, and you're like, well, why do you want to do this? Do you have kids? Would, all kinds of questions that could come up. Would you invest in a coach who would help you do this? Or would you invest in a program that would walk you through exactly how to do it? Would you prefer to have live coaching, or would you prefer for it to be a guide that you download? Like, all of these questions, I'd create a big list of them, and then I'd go through and mark like the top 10 that would help you the most in refining your business right now. And then what I would do from there is start connecting with people. So whether it's posting in Facebook groups and saying, this is a completely no pitch call, I'm refining my business, I'm really passionate about blank, and I want to help others be able to bring this into their lives, but I'm just getting clear on what the best way is to offer this. And to set up at least 10 calls, in the next month with people just for free, where you get on the call and you ask them these 10 questions that you've refined down. And in return, you could say that you're happy to offer them some free coaching or some free advice on how they can bring sustainable living into their life, how they can grow their own food. So it ends up being a little bit of a trade on that call. You get something from it and they get something from it too. Because then you're going to have their words and know exactly how to be able to start to integrate this into a business. It's exactly what I had to do in the beginning too. I knew I wanted to coach. I knew I wanted to help women on free sessions as possible. I'd offer them in Facebook groups, invited people, like let people know I'm not selling anything. I just want to help people, and I know that I'm really passionate about this. And it was good because it got me out of my bubble, because it was scary to get on the phone with strangers and ask questions and be in a space of being vulnerable. But it was so powerful because you could record the calls, take notes during the calls, notice what words they use. If you do 10 calls like this, you will be so much clearer on exactly what to offer, what courses and programs and opt-in offers and everything. How does that feel to you?
Yeah, I think that that's something that I can pursue.
I thought you were going to say terrifying, so I'm glad that you said yes.
No, I'm not. It doesn't bother me at all.
Good, perfect.
It's pretty exciting. Like I'm not scared to talk to people about that. I did a little bit of research with farm owners a couple of years ago where I went and did a personal face-to-face interview. So I've done like a tiny little bit of that. I think sometimes my mindset get in my way as much as anything. And it isn't that I'm scared to talk to people. It's that maybe it's my confidence in my value.
Yeah.
But not that I'm scared to have a conversation.
And the great thing is you're not selling anything right now. So you don't have to have any confidence issues around your value or selling at the moment. This is going to make you so much more confident because you're going to realize how much you know about this, or you love doing these calls. This is going to be a game changer. Like if you committed to doing 10 free calls a month, be able to put together courses and programs and maybe even offer some live coaching, it's going to make it all so much easier. And like I said, it's going to be in their words as well, because here's the only issue with farmers. And let's be clear, my family farms and ranches, so I have no problem with farmers. My mom actually had some health issues the last couple of years because the farmers in our community use so much pesticide and chemicals. And a lot of times, even the farmers who really care in the area, they need to compete with the other people in the farm industry. So they have to be willing to drop it. So that might be a great place who you're looking at. If you had some great farmers who were already interested in shifting the way they were doing business, that would be a great start. But a lot of them, it could be a little bit of a battle to try to teach them. So what would be easier is go to the people who already want their lives to be more sustainable, who maybe want to go off the grid and grow their own food. Go where you're wanted. Go where you're wanted, not where you're needed. If you impact enough people who want to be impacted, there will be a ripple effect that affects the world in a bigger way.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, there is a group of people though that like do want to eat healthier.
Definitely.
And have healthier options.
Definitely, a big portion.
Not your big farmers that have thousands or hundreds of thousands of acres that they're farming, because that's not where their income is at.
But if enough of the customers request that kind of food, then the system has to shift. The system will keep shifting. So I would focus on go where you're wanted. And really that question that I asked at the very beginning is, what is the result that your ideal client what is the problem that your ideal client already knows they have that they're looking for a solution for? And your ideal client, it sounds like, already knows that they want better health, that they want to know what's in their food, that they want a more sustainable way to grow and create their food, that they want to be more independent. That's great programs and courses around that. And you'll know exactly what they want after you speak to them.
That's great advice, Jessica. Thank you.
You're so welcome. And then stay close, Maria, because this is the first step. And then it really is these 2mm adjustments on a regular basis that creates a successful business. I think so often we think adjustments on a regular basis that can go from I had an idea and I don't know where to start to I know what I'm putting out there. I know what my course is. I know what my marketing is, and feeling really connected and on point on a daily basis. So great question. Thank you for hopping on the call.
Thank you for your advice across the board to everybody today.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's my pleasure. You're so welcome. I'll mute your line here. All right, ladies, what did we learn from Maria? Any top takeaways? And if anything, definitely tell Maria, give her a high five, give her a heart emoji, give her some love, because it can be a little scary to hop on these calls, and she rocked it, hopped on, had a great question about She has this idea and who she believes in and how she wants to work. Now, how can she bring it into a business? So give a little love down there in the comment section, guys. We're going to go just a little longer here. Looks like I have one more question, and then we're going to be wrapping up soon. So let's give her a little love. Tell Maria she's a rock star for hopping on and inspiring so many of you, because I know that you're getting a lot from this. Looks like we got lots of people on. Queen, Brooke, Nikki, Felicia, Marianne, Kayla, Andrea. Kimberly says, well done, Maria. Awesome. Solve the problem your client already knows she has. And guys, the reason that's so important is because so many of us have a deep belief in making a difference in the world and having a positive impact. But there's a couple things to remember. Just because we have things that we believe in or differences that we want to make doesn't mean they all need to be businesses. I'm super passionate about green smoothies and green drinks and yoga and meditation, and only part of that comes into my business. You know, there's times more comes in, but it also can be something that I can enjoy that I don't have to monetize. So keep that in mind. And at the same time, Maria has something that she's really passionate about that she wants to start a business on. So now her job is to figure out what is the problem that her ideal client already knows they have. We don't want to have to over-educate our people for them to be interested in buying a product. We want them to be, this is one of the examples I use a lot. If you have a broken pipe in your bathroom, you call a plumber and you don't have to think twice about hiring them to get it fixed, right? Because you're like, the water is running all over in the bathroom. Yes, I need exactly what you have. You know you have a problem and you know you want it solved right now. That's the kind of urgency that we want with your offers. People hire me because they want to make more money. They want to work for themselves. They want a freedom-based business. For so many of you who have already joined from emails to clients, you're committed to creating a six-figure business this year. That's the sense of urgency that we want your ideal clients to have. So what's the problem that your ideal client already knows they have that you can help them solve? And that's what will focus your business and your marketing around. Alrighty, my next caller, looks like an international caller, and your number ends in 9677.
Hello, Jessica.
Hi, is this Queen?
Hi, it's Robin.
Robin, you and Queen sound very similar. You're in your London accents. You almost have the
Yeah.
you almost have the same numbers too. I was like, wait, is this Queen again?
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. I'm
Well,
great.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, lovely. I'm so excited to connect with you.
Thank you.
What's your question
Yes, I'm
today?
really excited to be on the call.
Yeah.
So, well, my question, basically, so over the Christmas period, I've had a little bit of a gap
Okay.
between my old job and starting my new one, which will be part-time. So I'm going part-time in my job.
Congratulations.
At the middle of January. Thank you. So I'm really looking forward to that, but at the same time, I'm aware that this space of time that I have is going to be quite unique because I'll be able to, do a lot of income-producing activity within my business and perhaps actually restart things that perhaps fell off a bit over Christmas and before.
Yeah.
When I was in my old job, I was very overstretched and stressed, and I, in many ways, allowed my business to take a back seat and myself. So I've had a lot of time over Christmas really to sort of just refocus, and I've actually been listening to your materials like every day.
You're in deep right now, Robin. Good.
I'm not even talking like every day.
Love it.
No, but truly, it's really been so powerful because I've been implementing a lot through the resources that through your programs.
Good.
But where I'm at now is that I feel as though because over the last few weeks, my list, my Facebook group, I feel that I haven't actually been connecting with them as consistently as I ought to have been, and therefore it feels very much like things have sort of waned a bit and fallen back. So I'm just at the point where I want to use this time to get into, I guess, momentum and really use it well. Over Christmas I've been working on my systems and structures and had a lot of time to do a lot of the techie things.
Okay,
but actually haven't been, and in a way I kind of feel like I'm starting afresh. Which, yeah, and I would love to have some advice perhaps on how best to move forward and now, start in some new good habits when I start this new job.
Perfect.
Building my business. Eventually I'd like it to overtake.
Okay. So, I guess your big question is, are you looking to create, what are the next steps? And how can you create a schedule that really serves you now that you have a lot more time because you're in a part-time job instead of a full-time job? Is that the main question?
Yes. And as well as the fact that once I start this job, I recognise that my responsibilities will, for a certain period, it might be a bit tricky to juggle because I realise that I'll need to sort of focus on being in a new role as I settle into that. And I sort of just want to be very, to use my time really well and not allow myself to slip into overwhelm, which I know I've certainly done in the past.
So the question that's coming to me is, you've got some time and space here, and I know that you were really busy with your past job, and so this is a dream come true to have a new job here that's part-time so that you can focus on building your business as well. Do you feel like you need just some time and some space to relax?
Well, I definitely do need to, but I feel like I'm almost being a mean boss to myself.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're not allowed to.
Yeah.
So the idea of that, oh, really? Like, is that
That's an option.
allowed?
Exactly. That's more what I'm feeling. And I'm not saying this is the direction you need to go. And there's a couple things we can do to possibly get your business in motion as well. But what I'm seeing, one, intuitively, I could just feel like, Robin, take a vacation. You've been hustling it. Like, you've been working hard in this other job for a couple of years, right? Yeah. And now you're about to start a new job, which, like you said, is going to take some energy in the beginning. You're in a new space, and it will get easier, and it is going to be part-time, but there's probably going to be those first couple weeks when you're getting to know people and getting to know how it works there, that it is going to take a little bit of energy. And I don't know that if it's of greatest service to you to be trying to do that while you're like hustling to get your business back off the ground type of thing. It's just keeping you in the cycle of being exhausted and not feeling free, which isn't what you want.
Yeah, so true.
So what I would consider, and let's see what feels right to you, because this is your life, you get to do whatever you want with it. But what I would think would make the most sense is making sure that you have a great free resource at the moment, that we could be growing your list. Maybe you take a couple days here during this free time, and maybe you schedule out your emails for the next month. And get those kind of prepared and ready, just to build a relationship with your people, be growing your list, be nurturing this audience with emails that are automated. And then even go take off 3 days or 5 days and go chill. Give yourself time to read and journal and just relax and drink smoothies and take it easy. How would that feel?
No, it literally feels like it's the furthest thing from what I even thought might be an option to me. I didn't even consider that, actually.
Yeah.
And I wondered if it comes from a place of just being that, I realised that going part-time obviously means part-time pay as well.
Sure.
And so with that, it's like, okay, right, now I've got the time to actually devote to my business more. It's like, okay, right, so I should just, push it, make this happen, and I think that does come from a place of scarcity rather than abundance, if I'm very honest.
Yeah, definitely. And you need to check with yourself and see what the financial situation is. But if you're being really honest with yourself, is it something that you need to be booking a bunch of clients in your business ASAP, or you can't pay the bills? Or is it no, the bills are covered for the first couple of months. I've got some spaciousness to start the new job and grow my business, and which do you feel like is more true?
There's definitely the spaciousness, also because even within the role, there's such flexibility that at the beginning, I can have one day, release 1 day to have for my business to start with, and then bring it to 2, and then
awesome.
They've got that. There's that. Yeah. So actually, I can pick up. And also while I was working at the other job, as stressful as it was, it didn't actually make ends meet. So I also was doing a Saturday job at the same time. Yeah. And so with that, if I need to, I can pick up extra hours. So there definitely is, I haven't put all the pressure on the business.
Okay.
And so haven't allowed, I think maybe I didn't entertain even the idea of rest, which is not good.
Yeah.
You know,
What? Rest?
Yeah.
There's two great things that are happening here. One, you've got more than enough time and money, it sounds like, for you to actually get to rest and take some time. And the second piece of it is, and this happens anytime that we've been really busy, I call it the habit of being busy. We get in the habit of hustling, and that if we have a spare moment, we were so used to every moment needed to be filled with something that it can be almost uncomfortable to take, like if we took an hour, literally, okay, here's an example. I took a nap yesterday afternoon for probably the first time in ages, and I had to really actively be like, you're on vacation. You're in Vegas. Relax. Like I had to really focus on letting go of the habit of being busy, coming to the end of a year and, you know, working with all these amazing new clients and emails to clients, and like I can get into that space too. You've been busy, and then the holidays come along, and then what? You're definitely been in the habit of being busy as well. So it might actually be more of a challenge right now for you to even give yourself, let's say, 3 days where if you feel inspired, maybe to journal or to do some writing, great. But I would rather you focus on like, go for walks, go have tea somewhere beautiful, or like just relax, because it's in that space that the best ideas come from. The best business ideas, the most inspiration, and then check in. And after 3 days of sleeping in and relaxing and reading fun books, see how you feel. Are you ready to now jump in and work on the business a little bit, feeling totally renewed? Or are you in a space of that felt amazing, I think I need 2 more days of that? And you get to choose.
Wow.
And most of
that
oh yeah.
It's like really exciting to do that. No, it's just, I'm just saying that I love the idea of doing that. I have to just allow myself to do it.
Yeah. And I think, you know, this is really inspiring for so many of the women on today, because, you know, we're setting ourselves up for success in 2018. But part of that means that we're setting the tone for 2018. Do you want to bring into this year the same level of busyness and hustle that 2017 had?
No way. I don't think you could actually physically do it any longer.
Exactly. So if one of your core intentions and core desires is to bring more white space, spaciousness, rest, focusing on your health and building a successful business at the same time, what do you feel like is the next step to help you embody that?
I do feel that taking the time to like just take the pressure off myself to always do all the time.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, what I see happening if I don't change this habit now is that when I do create the income that I desire to with my business, that I won't actually be able to enjoy the time freedom that I will have, because I'll be so used to just filling all the space.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We get in the habit of being busy. And once you're in that space, there is no amount of success or income or achievements or anything that can fill us up, because we have such a deep feeling of we're not enough, or we're not good enough, or we've never done enough, that we keep ourselves on full-time hustle. And so what I would, by taking this space for yourself, you're setting the tone for the year. I would, you know, maybe even do some exercises and get clear on what your core desired feelings are and your intentions of how you want to feel in this year. I have about 5 words that I currently have that I don't send out an email. I don't put together a program. I don't go on vacation unless it matches up with those words. They're words like connected, turned on, healthy, vibrant, divine, opulent. Like there's these core words that are really important to me. And I would love to help kill the myth that you have to be busy all the time and that you have to hustle all the time to earn big online, because it is total BS. And the thing is I have found the more I allow spaciousness in my life, to act like a queen or a goddess, to allow myself to receive, to be supported, that my income keeps increasing and it actually gets easier. I've decided that 2018 is my year of receiving. And notice, receiving is not an action word. It's not.
Yeah.
You don't hustle to receive. You receive, you know? And so I think that would even be a fun practice for you, Robin, is focusing on 2018 is your year to receive.
Yeah. That sounds really great. That has to sort of become at the forefront of my mind. If I have to write it everywhere, I will.
Yes.
Yeah, just practice receiving, definitely. I love that.
And then here's the piece of it. So I'm not saying, okay, so throw your business aside, just don't, ignore your business for a month and then we'll come back. Like, that's really what the focus is how do we set up the basic systems and structures to be growing your list or to be nurturing your community that does not require you to be on all the time. And so if we have an opt-in offer up, maybe we do a Facebook Live that promotes your free resource, or something like that. But you don't need to do it right now, but like getting your business set up in a way that you could be growing your list, even if it's a person a day, and get your emails scheduled out for the next month and get them so there's at least, a couple emails going out a week. And then if you're inspired to do more, great. But then you're still growing your list and connecting with your people and building that relationship while taking the time to really rest and take care of yourself.
Yes. Like already it feels like, in a way, very much like the weight is lifted. I think I had,
Yes.
It's just unnecessary pressure, really.
Exactly. Yes, unnecessary pressure. Yeah. Let's create spaciousness. We're creating a freedom revolution here, not a hustle revolution. If you guys want a hustle revolution, there's a lot of other coaches for that. Well, let's let it be easier. Let's let it be easier. Yeah, this feels so much better. I can just feel I can take a deep breath. Like you said, there's no weight on your shoulders. I can feel the difference of the energy. Much better.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. And you are a smart entrepreneur, Robin. I've seen you rock it out before and book clients and serve your clients. I have no doubt that if you go take some time for yourself to get quiet, to relax, to sleep in, to eat delicious food, that you are going to be crystal clear suddenly on your next steps. And you're in from emails to clients, so I'm here for you 100%. You can come ask me anything as you go.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're so welcome. So welcome. I'll mute your line here. Thank you for sharing. All right, guys, let's give Robin a hand down there in the comments. Thank her for asking her great question and sharing that. I'm sure there were some big ahas for many of you with that question, because I bet lots of you thought I was going to go give her the marketing plan. It's not always about the marketing plan. It's not always about the next 3 steps you need to take in your business. Sometimes the most important next step is to get quiet, is to slow down, is to read a fun book, is to meditate and get quiet enough to hear the guidance that you need for the next steps in your business. I have loved connecting with you guys today. This has been absolutely incredible. For those of you who crave this level of support, this is exactly how we do it in From Emails to Clients. It's my signature group mentorship. It's the only space that I'm focusing on working with clients right now. The price increases by $1,500 next week. So if this is something that you're interested in, please take action. Get in at that incredible rate before the price increases. You can get all the details at ToLivingFree.com/emails to clients. I believe it's down in the comments down as well, but it's ToLivingFree.com/emails to clients. I can't say enough good things. You've seen the women who've even shown up today on the call. So many of them are already in the program because those are the level of high-level committed women who are going for big things, who are willing to do it in a way with ease and grace and as smart business women. And I would love to personally mentor you all the way through this new year. That's the great part about it, is that when you join From Emails to Clients, you get lifetime access to live coaching with me. We do live coaching calls every month. We do Q&As. You've got a private Facebook group where I'm reviewing opt-in pages and answering questions and giving advice. It's an incredible community of women who are supporting each other, and I'm there to support you every step of the way. And the cool thing is you get access to some incredible trainings that walk you through everything we've went through. How to create your opt-in offer, what to offer, what emails to send, how often to email your list, how to build your list for free with Facebook. There's so much great trainings in there, and I'm actually putting together new trainings on a regular basis to show you how to do funnels and tripwires and all of this. Thank you so much. I see that that's all the questions. I don't see any other questions that are coming in right now, guys. So let's give Robin a high five down there in the comments. Thank her for stepping up. Thank all the women who were so brave to ask questions on the call today. I absolutely loved being here with all of you. This was so much fun. It looks like the link to From Emails to Clients, the group mentorship, if you're interested, it is pinned down there in the comments now, so you can go check that out. There is an opportunity as well for you to request a complimentary clarity call if you're considering signing up and you'd like to speak with me first to make sure that this is a good opportunity for you. I'm happy to speak with you, but I can say that the price does increase next week by $1,500, which is substantial. So if this is something that you're interested in, I highly recommend taking action ASAP. All right, guys, thank you, thank you, thank you. Sending all the best. I will connect with you soon, and I think we'll definitely have to do this sometime again soon. Hopefully. It froze up around me for just a second. ToLivingFree, guys. I'll see you soon. This is Jessica K. Lindholm. Bye.